Chosen one, God has declared that you'll be the first millionaire in your family, and the old limits holding you back are crumbling right now. This isn't just a dream, it's a divine promise, a shift so powerful it will rewrite your legacy. You're not here by chance. Your spirit feels the truth stirring, ready to break free from generations of struggle. The wealth God is pouring into your life isn't just money. It's a new beginning, a testimony of His favor that will echo through your family for years to come. This moment marks the end of lack. You've carried burdens, bills piling up, dreams delayed, doors slammed shut. But God sees you. He knows every sacrifice, every night you prayed for a breakthrough. Those moments weren't wasted. They were forging you, preparing you for a wealth that doesn't just change your bank account, but transforms your entire existence. Picture a river, unstoppable, carving through stone. That's the abundance flowing toward you now, washing away every trace of scarcity. Your family's story is shifting. Where there was struggle, there will be overflow. Where there was doubt, there will be certainty. God's hand is rewriting the script, and you're the one chosen to carry this blessing. You're not just gaining wealth, you're breaking chains. The weight of generations, the cycles of not enough, stop with you. Feel that truth settle in your bones. You're not chasing money, you're stepping into a divine inheritance meant for you since the beginning. Pause for a second. If this message is hitting your spirit, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones walking this path. Let's amplify this energy together. And in the comments, drop a 777 to declare you're ready for this divine shift. That number carries power. It's a signal to the universe that you're claiming what's yours. This wealth isn't about greed. It's about purpose. God isn't handing you millions to hoard or flaunt. He's entrusting you with resources to build, to heal, to lift others up. Think of Joseph, who rose from a pit to a palace, not for himself, but to save nations. Your millions are a tool, a key to unlock doors for your family, your community, your dreams. You'll be the one to start businesses, fund schools, create opportunities where none existed before. The world will try to tell you it's impossible. Millionaires don't come from families like yours, they'll say. But God laughs at those limits. He's the one who turns shepherds into kings, like David, and slaves into leaders, like Moses. The world's rules don't apply to you, chosen one. Your wealth is already written in the heavens, and no earthly voice can undo what God has spoken. Doubt might creep in. That's normal. You've seen struggle, so abundance feels foreign. But let this sink in. God's promises don't depend on your past. They depend on His faithfulness. When you feel that fear whispering, "This can't happen," stand firm. Speak to it. Say, "I am chosen, and my God never fails." Every time you push back doubt, you're clearing space for miracles to take root. Your journey to millions starts with a shift in your heart. Stop seeing yourself as small. Stop thinking you're bound by your family's history. You're not defined by where you came from, but by where God is taking you. Picture yourself walking into rooms you once thought were out of reach, boardrooms, investment meetings, places where your voice carries weight. That's not a fantasy, it's your future. The path won't always be smooth. Wealth comes with tests. People will question your success. Some will envy it. Others won't understand why you're rising while they're stuck. But their doubts aren't your burden. Your job is to stay aligned with God's vision. Keep your eyes on Him, and those voices will fade. Your success will speak louder than their skepticism. Think of the seeds you're planting. Every step you take now, every prayer, every act of faith is a seed that will grow into a legacy. Your children, your nieces, your nephews, they'll grow up knowing what's possible because you showed them. You're not just becoming a millionaire, you're becoming a beacon, a proof that God's favor changes everything. This transformation isn't just financial, it's spiritual. As God pours wealth into your life, He's also pouring peace, clarity, and strength. You'll notice your mind sharpening, your confidence growing. Where you once hesitated, you'll now step forward. Where you once worried, you'll now trust. This is the fullness of His blessing, a life where every part of you thrives. Sometimes, the biggest obstacle is believing you're worthy. Let that go. God doesn't choose based on resumes or bank accounts. He chooses based on purpose. You're not a millionaire because of what you've done, but because of who He created you to be. Embrace that truth. Let it anchor you when the world tries to pull you back. Your wealth will open doors you never imagined. Picture yourself funding a dream, a business that employs dozens, a charity that feeds hundreds, a home where your family gathers without worry. These aren't just ideas, they're glimpses of what's coming. God's vision for you is bigger than anything you've dared to dream. The enemy will try to distract you. He'll throw obstacles, delays, even temptations to make you doubt this path. But here's the truth: no weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17. The devil can't stop what God has started. When those attacks come, stand tall. Your faith is your shield, and God's promise is your sword. You're not walking this path alone. There's a community of chosen ones out there, and you're part of it. Subscribe now to join thousands of souls claiming their divine inheritance. Drop a 777 inches. The comments to seal your faith in this moment. Together, we're stepping into the abundance God has promised. This journey requires action, not hustle, not struggle, but faith in motion. Start small, save $1 with intention. Write down your vision, pray over it. These aren't just tasks, they're declarations to the universe that you're ready. God honors movement. Every step you take aligns you closer to the millions waiting for you. Your family's history might feel like a weight, but it's not your destiny. You're the one chosen to break the cycle. Imagine your mother's face when you pay off her house. Picture your siblings' relief when they don't have to borrow again. You're not just changing your life, you're rewriting your family's story. God's timing is perfect. You might not see the millions tomorrow, but the seeds are sprouting now. Every prayer, every moment of trust is building the foundation. Trust the process. The same God who parted seas and raised the dead is working in your life. He doesn't start what He won't finish. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's a testimony. When people see you rise, they'll see God's hand. Your success will point them to His faithfulness. You're not just becoming a millionaire, you're becoming a living proof that God keeps His word. Let that truth fuel you. The world might try to box you in, but God's plans are limitless. He's not bound by your zip code, your last name, or your bank balance. He's the God of abundance, and He's chosen you to carry His overflow. Step into that truth. Let it reshape how you see yourself. Sometimes, the shift starts with gratitude. Look around. What do you have right now? A roof, a meal, a dream? Those are seeds of wealth. Thank God for them. Gratitude opens your heart to receive more. It's like unlocking a door for blessings to walk through. This isn't about chasing money, it's about claiming what's yours. God has already set aside your portion. Your job is to walk toward it with faith. Picture Abraham, called to a land he didn't know, trusting God step by step. That's you, chosen one, walking toward a promise only you can claim. The enemy hates your rise. He'll whisper lies. You're not enough. This is too big. But those lies crumble before God's truth. You are enough because He chose you. Your dreams aren't too big. God's plans are bigger. Speak that over yourself daily. Your wealth will ripple. It's not just about your bank account. It's about the schools you'll fund, the businesses you'll start, the lives you'll touch. Every dollar God gives you is a tool to build His kingdom. Embrace that responsibility. It's your calling. God's favor on you is unstoppable. Think of Daniel in the lion's den, surrounded by danger, yet untouched. That's you in this world. No economy, no critic, no setback can stop what God has ordained. Your millions are coming, and they're coming with His protection. This journey will stretch you. Becoming a millionaire means growing into the person who can carry that blessing. You'll learn discipline, wisdom, generosity. Each lesson shapes you, not just for wealth, but for a life of impact. Trust God to mold you. Your family might not see it yet. They might doubt, even laugh. But God's promises don't need their approval. Keep walking. Your success will be the proof they can't ignore. Like Noah building the ark, your faith will speak when the rain comes. The world measures wealth by what you have. God measures it by what you give. As your millions flow in, give generously. Feed the hungry. Support the broken. Your generosity will multiply your blessings, creating a cycle of abundance that never ends. Sometimes, the hardest part is letting go of old mindsets. You've been taught to survive, not thrive. But God's calling you to a new way. Let go of scarcity thinking. Embrace abundance. You're not just scraping by, you're stepping into overflow. Your wealth is a story God's writing. Every breakthrough, every dollar is a chapter in His plan. Trust the author. He's crafting a masterpiece, and you're the main character. Your rise will inspire generations to believe in His power. The enemy will try to make you feel alone, but you're not. God's with you, and so is a community of chosen ones. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join thousands of souls stepping into their divine wealth. Drop a 777 inches the comments to claim this moment. This isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Freedom to live without fear. Freedom to build without limits. Freedom to give without holding back. God's breaking the old chains, and your millions are the key to a life of purpose. You might feel unworthy. That's okay. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. You're chosen, not because of your past, but because of His plan. Step into that truth. Let it reshape how you see every challenge. Your wealth will shock people. They'll wonder how you rose so fast. They'll ask what changed, and you'll point to God. Your life will be a testimony, a living proof that His promises are real. Let that fuel your faith. The journey to millions starts with one step. Pray boldly, act wisely, trust fully. God's already moving the pieces. Your job is to follow His lead. Like Esther, you're positioned for such a time as this. Step into your moment. God's not just giving you wealth, He's giving you influence. Your millions will open doors to speak truth, to change lives, to shift systems. You're not just a millionaire, you're a movement. Embrace the weight of that calling. The world might say wealth is selfish, but God says it's sacred when used for His glory. Your millions aren't for you alone. They're for the orphan, the widow, the dreamer who needs hope. You're chosen to be a channel of His love. This path will test your patience. Breakthroughs don't always come overnight. but every delay is God preparing you. Like Jacob wrestling for his blessing, keep holding on. Your millions are closer than you think. You're not just breaking limits, you're setting new ones. Your family will look to you as the one who changed everything. Your wealth will be their foundation. Your faith, their example. You're building a legacy that lasts. God's promise is your anchor. When doubt creeps in, when the path feels unclear, return to His word. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty. Deuteronomy 28:12. That's not just a verse, it's your reality. Your rise isn't just personal, it's generational. The wealth you claim will lift your family for decades. Picture your grandchildren thriving because you said yes to God's call. That's the power of your obedience. The enemy will try to make you settle for less. Don't. God's not offering you scraps, He's offering you abundance. Reject small thinking. Claim the full portion He's set aside for you. Your millions are waiting. This journey is about trust. Trust God when the bank account looks empty. Trust Him when the world laughs. Trust Him when the way forward isn't clear. He's never failed you, and He won't start now. Your wealth will draw attention. Some will celebrate, others will judge, but their opinions don't matter. God's approval is your foundation. Walk boldly, knowing He's guiding every step toward your millions. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to step through the door. Take action, write your goals, save with purpose, pray with expectation. Every move you make aligns you with the wealth He's promised. You're not just becoming a millionaire, you're becoming a miracle. Your life will be a story people tell, a proof that God can do the impossible. Let that truth carry you through every challenge. The world might try to define you by your past, but God defines you by His promise. You're not your mistakes, your struggles, or your family's history. You're His chosen one, destined for millions. This isn't about luck, it's about divine alignment. When you walk in God's purpose, the wealth follows. Like Ruth, who stepped into a field and found favor, you're stepping into your season of abundance. Your millions aren't just for today, they're for tomorrow. They'll fund dreams you haven't even dreamed yet. They'll open doors you can't see. Trust God's vision. He's already planned your overflow. The enemy will try to steal your focus. He'll throw distractions, fears, even small wins to make you settle. Stay sharp. Keep your eyes on the millions God promised. Don't trade your destiny for less. You're a pioneer. No one in your family has walked this path, but you will. You're not just breaking ground, you're building a highway for those who come after. Your wealth will pave the way. God's favor is your shield. No recession, no setback, no critic can touch what He's ordained. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you'll walk through fire and come out untouched, with millions in your hands. This journey will change you. To carry wealth, you'll grow in wisdom, faith, and love. God's not just giving you money, He's shaping you into a vessel of His glory. Embrace the transformation. Your family's story of struggle ends with you. You're the one God chose to shift the narrative. Your millions will be their freedom, their hope, their proof that He's faithful. Step into that role. The world might say wealth is fleeting, but God's wealth is eternal. It's not just money, it's peace, purpose, and power to change lives. You're stepping into a legacy that won't fade. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to believe it. Doubt is the enemy's last weapon. Replace it with faith. Speak your millions into existence. Declare, I am the first millionaire in my family. Your wealth will surprise people. They'll ask, how did this happen? And you'll smile. knowing it was God. Your life will be a testimony, a beacon of His power. Let that truth fuel your journey. This isn't just about you, it's about the lives you'll touch. Your millions will feed the hungry, house the homeless, empower the dreamless. You're chosen to be God's hands in this world. The path to millions requires faith, not just in God, but in yourself. You're capable of carrying this blessing. Step forward with confidence, knowing He's equipped you for this moment. God's promise is your foundation. When the storms come, when doubt whispers, return to His word. I will make you the head and not the tail. Deuteronomy 28:13. That's your destiny. You're not just breaking limits, you're rewriting history. Your family will tell your story for generations. The first millionaire, the one who trusted God and changed everything. That's you, chosen one. Your journey to becoming the first millionaire in your family is a divine assignment, a sacred calling that God has placed on your heart. This isn't just about financial gain, it's about stepping into a role that shifts the spiritual atmosphere around you. You're not chasing wealth for its own sake. You're answering a higher purpose, one that aligns your life with God's eternal plan. Feel the weight of that truth. You're chosen to carry a blessing that will redefine what's possible for those who come after you. The world will try to pull you back into old patterns. You know the ones: worry, fear, the voice that says, "This is too big for you." But God's voice is louder. He's calling you to rise above those old ways of thinking. Picture yourself standing on a mountaintop, looking down at the valleys of doubt you've left behind. That's where you are now, chosen one. The climb was tough, but the view from here is limitless. Every step you take toward this wealth is a declaration of faith. It's not about how much you have in your pocket today, it's about the vision God has planted in your spirit. Think of Noah, building an ark when there wasn't a cloud in the sky. People mocked him, but he kept hammering. Your millions are like that ark, a promise others can't see yet, but you're building it with every prayer, every choice, every moment of trust. The enemy will try to make you question your worth. He'll point to your past, your mistakes, the times you felt small. But here's the truth. God chose you despite all that. Not because you're perfect, but because you're His. Your worth isn't tied to your history, it's tied to His promise. When those lies come, shut them down. Speak, "I am chosen for millions," and no lie can change that. Your wealth is a seed for transformation. Imagine the businesses you'll start, the communities you'll uplift, the dreams you'll fund. Every dollar God gives you is a tool to build His kingdom. You're not just becoming rich, you're becoming a restorer, a rebuilder, a light in places that have known only darkness. That's the kind of millionaire God is making you. The world might say you need a degree, a connection, a lucky break. But God says you need faith. He's your connection. He's your breakthrough. Think of Gideon, a farmer called to lead an army. He didn't have credentials, but he had God's word. You don't need the world's permission to claim your millions, just God's promise, and you already have that. This journey will teach you patience. Wealth doesn't always come in a rush. Sometimes it's a slow unfolding, like a flower opening to the Sunday. But every moment of waiting is God preparing you. He's strengthening your character, sharpening your wisdom, deepening your trust. When the millions arrive, you'll be ready to carry them without crumbling. Your family might not understand yet. They might see your dreams as too big, your faith as foolish. But keep walking. Like Joseph, sold into slavery yet destined for a palace, your path might look strange now, but it's leading somewhere glorious. Your millions will be the proof that God's plan always wins. The enemy loves to use fear as a chain, He'll whisper about recessions, bad investments, or unexpected bills. But God's economy doesn't crash. His promises don't bounce. When fear tries to grip you, remember Psalm 23:1, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Your millions are secure in His hands, untouched by the world's chaos. This wealth is about more than money, it's about influence. God's giving you a platform, a voice, a chance to change lives. Picture yourself speaking to crowds, sharing your story, showing how God turned your nothing into something. Your millions will amplify His message, reaching hearts you'll never meet. Sometimes, the hardest part is believing it's already done. God's promises aren't future tense, they're present. Your millions are already set aside, waiting for you to claim them. Like Caleb, who saw a promised land others couldn't. See your wealth now. Speak it, believe it, walk like it's already yours. The world will try to distract you with small wins. A little raise, a small bonus, nice, but not your portion. Don't settle. God's not giving you crumbs. He's giving you a feast. Keep your eyes on the millions. Like Abraham, who left home for a promise he couldn't yet see, stay focused on the bigger vision. Your wealth will heal wounds. Think of the pain in your family debts, broken dreams, missed opportunities. Your millions will be a balm, a restoration. You'll pay off mortgages, fund educations, give hope where there was none. You're not just getting rich, you're bringing redemption. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to let them go. Stop clinging to the mindset that says, "This is how it's always been." Your family's story of struggle isn't your story anymore. You're writing a new chapter, one of abundance, faith, and victory. Step into it with boldness. The enemy will try to make you feel alone in this, but you're not. God's with you, and so is a community of chosen ones. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of souls claiming their divine wealth. Drop a 777 inches the comments to declare your faith. Together, we're rising into God's promises. Your journey is a testimony in the making. Every step you take, every prayer you pray, is building a story that will inspire others. People will look at you and say, "If God did it for them, He can do it for me." Your millions will be a beacon, pointing the world to His faithfulness. The world might try to box you into old roles: employee, struggler, dreamer with no means. But God's calling you higher. Your millions are the tools to step into that identity. Embrace it now, before the money even arrives. This path will demand courage. Wealth comes with responsibility, and responsibility requires strength. You'll face choices: how to spend, who to help, what to build. Trust God to guide you. Like Solomon, ask for wisdom, and He'll give you more than you can imagine. Your family's legacy starts with you. Picture your grandchildren telling your story, the one who believed, who trusted, who became the first millionaire. Your faith today is planting seeds they'll harvest tomorrow. Walk boldly, knowing your steps echo into eternity. The enemy will try to make you doubt God's timing. If it was going to happen, it would have by now, he'll say. But God's clock doesn't tick like ours. He's never late. Like Sarah, who laughed at a promise that seemed impossible, you'll soon hold your millions and laugh at your doubts. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's for the world. God's giving you resources to solve problems, to bring hope, to build bridges. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding a city's walls with nothing but faith and action. Your millions will rebuild lives, chosen one. The world might say you need to hustle harder, but God says, rest in His promise. Your millions don't come from striving, they come from aligning. Pray, trust, act when he leads. Like the Israelites crossing the Jordan, step forward, and the waters will part. Your rise will surprise even you. One day, you'll look back and marvel at how God moved. The bills that stressed you, the dreams that seemed out of reach, they'll be distant memories. Your millions will be a monument to his faithfulness, standing tall for all to see. The enemy will try to make you feel small, but you're not small, you're chosen. God's hand is on you, lifting you above limitations. Like David facing Goliath, your faith makes you bigger than any giant. Your millions are proof of that. This journey is about surrender, not giving up, but giving over. Hand your fears, your plans, your doubts to God. He's the architect of your wealth. Like Mary, who said, "Let it be to me according to your word." Trust him to build your millions. Your wealth will shift atmospheres. Where there was despair, you'll bring hope. Where there was lack, you'll bring provision. Your millions are a tool to change environments, to show the world what God can do through one faithful heart. The world might try to define success by flashy cars or big houses, but God's success is deeper peace in your soul, purpose in your steps, love in your actions. Your millions will carry that kind of success, touching lives far beyond what money can buy. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to walk through the open door. Take the first step. Write your vision. Save $1. Pray with expectation. Like Peter stepping onto the water, move toward Jesus, and you won't sink. Your family might not believe it yet. They've seen struggle too long, but your faith will show them. Like Rahab, who saved her family by trusting God, your millions will be their salvation. Keep believing, even when they can't see it. The enemy will try to make you rush. He'll say, "Hurry up, or you'll miss it." But God's promises don't expire. Rest in his timing. Like Daniel, who waited for answers in prayer, trust that your millions are coming at the perfect moment. Your wealth is a weapon, not to harm, but to heal. It's a tool to break cycles of poverty, to fund dreams, to spread God's love. Picture yourself giving generously, changing lives with every dollar. That's the kind of millionaire you'll be. God's favor on you is like a river, steady, unstoppable, overflowing. No drought can dry it up, no dam can hold it back. Your millions are part of that flow, carrying you to places you never thought you'd go. Trust the current. This journey will refine you. Wealth tests the heart, but God's preparing yours. You'll learn to give without fear, to invest without greed, to lead without pride. Like Job, who was restored double, your millions will come with wisdom to carry them. Your family's story of not enough is over. You're the one God chose to write more than enough. Your millions will be their freedom, their hope, their proof that He's faithful. Step into that role with courage, chosen one. The wealth God is bringing you isn't just a number in a bank account. It's a mantle of authority. You're being called to lead, to show others what's possible when faith meets action. Picture yourself standing before your family, not just with money, but with a vision that inspires them to dream bigger. Your millions will be a beacon, proving that God's promises break every barrier, from poverty to doubt. The world might try to make you feel unprepared. You've never handled this kind of money, it'll say. But God equips those He calls. Think of Moses, who felt unworthy to lead a nation, yet God gave him the words, the staff, the miracles. Your millions come with divine wisdom. Trust that you'll know how to steward them when the time comes. Your journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Each step builds endurance, teaching you to carry wealth without being consumed by it. Like an athlete training for a race, every challenge you face now is strengthening you for the victory ahead. Your millions are the prize, but the real reward is who you're becoming. The enemy will try to sow comparison. You'll see others succeeding and wonder, why not me yet? But God's plan for you is unique. Your millions aren't delayed, they're designed. Like Jacob, who served years for Rachel, your faithfulness in waiting will bring a blessing that's yours alone. Your wealth will open new horizons. Imagine traveling to places you've only dreamed of, not just for pleasure, but to learn, to connect, to build. Your millions will give you access to rooms where ideas are born, where you'll plant seeds for change. God's positioning you for global impact. The world might say, wealth isolates, but God's wealth connects. Your millions will draw people to you, some for help, some for inspiration, some to partner in your vision. Like Barnabas, who gave generously to the early church, your giving will build a community of faith and purpose. Doubt can feel like quicksand, pulling you back into old fears. But God's truth is solid ground. When you feel stuck, speak His promises. My God will supply all my needs according to His riches in glory. Philippians 4:19. Your millions are part of that supply. Stand on it. Your family's past might feel like a shadow, but you're bringing light. Your wealth will erase the sting of old struggles, missed payments, unfulfilled dreams, endless hustle. Picture your parents resting, knowing you've changed their story. You're not just a millionaire, you're a restorer. The enemy will try to make you hoard. He'll whisper, keep it safe, don't give too much. But God's economy thrives on generosity. The more you release, the more you receive. Like the widow who gave her last coins, your open hands will unlock a flood of blessings. Your millions are a trust, not a trophy. God's giving you resources to steward, not to worship. Picture yourself managing wealth with clarity, investing wisely, giving boldly, living humbly. Like Solomon, who used his riches to build a temple, you'll use yours to build God's kingdom. The world might try to define your worth by your net worth, but God sees your heart. Your value isn't in your millions, it's in your obedience. Keep following His lead, and the wealth will follow naturally. You're not chasing money, you're chasing His purpose. This journey will teach you resilience. Wealth attracts challenges, critics, temptations, distractions, but God's preparing you to stand firm. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt Jerusalem's walls despite opposition, you'll build your legacy through every storm, with millions as your foundation. Your family might question your path. They've seen you struggle, so they doubt your rise. But God's promises don't need their vote. Keep moving forward. Like Esther, who risked everything for her people, your faith will prove them wrong, and your millions will bless them. The enemy will try to make you feel rushed. You're running out of time, he'll say. But God's plans don't have deadlines. Your millions are coming in His perfect season. Like Abraham, who waited decades for Isaac, trust that your promise is on its way. Your wealth will spark hope. Imagine a child in your family, watching you rise, dreaming bigger because of you. Your millions will show them they don't have to settle. You're not just breaking limits, you're building dreams for the next generation. God's favor is your compass. When the path feels unclear, when decisions overwhelm, turn to Him. He'll guide your steps, from investments to giving, from risks to rest. Like the Israelites following the pillar of fire, follow His lead to your millions. This journey is about identity. You're not just becoming a millionaire, you're becoming a vessel of God's glory. Your wealth will reflect His power, not yours. Embrace that truth. Like Paul, who boasted in his weakness, let your millions point to his strength. The world might try to make you conform. Fit in, it'll say. Don't stand out. But God's called you to shine. Your millions will set you apart, not to boast, but to show what's possible when you trust Him. Be the light, chosen one. The enemy will try to plant guilt. Why you? Why not someone else? But God's choice isn't random. He saw you before you were born, knew you'd carry this blessing. Like Jeremiah, called from the womb, you're chosen for this wealth. Your millions will be a bridge. They'll connect you to people, places, and purposes you never imagined. Picture yourself funding a school in a struggling town or mentoring a young entrepreneur. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's for the world God loves. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to release the past. Let go of the voice that says, "This isn't for people like us." Your family's history doesn't define you. God's promise does. Step into your new story with faith. The journey to millions requires focus. Distractions will come, doubts, naysayers, even small successes that tempt you to settle. Keep your eyes on the prize. Like Daniel, who prayed through chaos, stay locked on God's vision for your wealth. Your family's legacy will shift because of you. Imagine your name spoken with gratitude, the one who changed everything. Your millions will be their foundation, their proof that God's faithful. Walk boldly, knowing you're rewriting their future. The enemy will try to make you fear failure, but God's promises don't fail. Even if you stumble, He'll lift you up. Like Peter, who walked on water and sank, you'll rise again. Your millions are secure in His hands. Your wealth will be a testimony to God's timing. People will marvel at how fast things turned around, but you'll know it was years of faith in the making. Like Hannah, who prayed for a child, your persistence will birth your millions. The world might say wealth is power, but God says wealth is service. Your millions are a tool to serve, to heal, to uplift. Picture yourself feeding the hungry, building homes, spreading hope. That's the kind of millionaire you'll be. God's favor on you is unshakable. No storm, no critic, no setback can stop it. Like Joshua, who led Israel into the promised land, you're crossing into your millions with His strength. Trust Him to lead you through every obstacle. This journey will stretch your faith. Wealth brings choices: how to give, where to invest, who to trust. Lean on God's wisdom. Like David, who sought God before every battle, ask for guidance, and your millions will multiply. Your family might not see the vision yet. They're used to struggle, not success. But keep shining. Like Ruth, who stayed faithful through loss, your loyalty to God's promise will bring abundance that blesses them all. The enemy will try to make you doubt your readiness. You're not skilled enough, he'll say. But God qualifies the called. Your millions don't depend on your expertise, they depend on His power. Step forward, knowing He's enough. Your wealth will change lives. Imagine funding a hospital wing or starting a scholarship for kids who can't afford school. Your millions are God's hands at work, touching hearts through your generosity. You're chosen for this impact. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to claim the new ones. Speak your wealth into existence. Write it down. Pray it out. Like Ezekiel, who spoke to dry bones, your words will bring your millions to life. The journey to millions is a refining fire. It'll burn away fear, pride, and doubt, leaving only faith. You're not just gaining wealth, you're gaining a heart aligned with God's purpose. Like gold purified, you'll shine brighter with every test. Your family's story of lack ends with you. Picture their faces when you hand them keys to a new home or pay for their dreams. Your millions will be their freedom, their proof that God's promises are real. Step into that role, chosen one. The enemy will try to make you feel isolated, but you're never alone. God's with you, and so is a community of chosen ones. Hit that like button, subscribe, and join thousands claiming their divine wealth. Drop a 777 inches the comments to stand in faith. Your wealth will be a lighthouse. In a world of darkness, your success will guide others to God's light. People will see your rise and know He's real. Your millions are more than money, they're a message of His love. The world might try to limit your dreams. Be realistic, it'll say. But God's reality is bigger than theirs. Your millions are His vision, not the world's. Like Noah, who built an ark in a desert, trust His plan over their logic. God's favor is your shield. No economy, no critic, no doubt can pierce it. Like Daniel in the lion's den, you'll walk through threats untouched. Your millions are protected by His hand, ready for you to claim. This journey will teach you gratitude. Every step, every small win is a sign God's moving. Thank Him now before the millions arrive. Like the leper who returned to Jesus, your gratitude will unlock even greater blessings. Your family's future rests on your faith. You're not just building wealth, you're building a legacy. Imagine your children thriving, your cousins inspired, your parents at peace. Your millions will be their foundation, chosen one. Your journey to millions is a divine blueprint, drawn before you were born. God didn't just choose you for wealth. He chose you to redefine what wealth means. It's not about stacks of cash or fleeting luxuries. It's about creating a legacy that shifts generations. Picture your name etched in your family's history, not as the one who struggled, but as the one who broke through, bringing abundance where there was none. The world will try to chain you to old expectations. Stay in your lane, it'll whisper. But God's calling you to a new road, paved with His promises. Like Elijah, who called down fire from heaven, you're stepping into a place where the impossible bows to your faith. Your millions are the fire, proof that God's word never fails. Every prayer you've whispered in the dark is a brick in the foundation of your wealth. Those moments of crying out, believing when nothing made sense, they weren't wasted. They were building something unshakable. Like the woman who touched Jesus' cloak, your faith, even in desperation, is pulling miracles into your life. The enemy will try to twist your vision. He'll make you think wealth is selfish, that it's not for people like you. But God's wealth is holy. It's a tool to rebuild, to restore, to reflect His love. Speak against those lies. Declare, my millions are God's gift, and I'll use them for His glory. Your wealth will carve new paths. Imagine funding a startup that changes an industry, or a shelter that saves lives. Your millions aren't just for comfort, they're for creation, for building what others thought impossible. You're not just a millionaire, you're a maker of miracles. The world might say you need to know the right people, but God is your connection. He opens doors no one can shut. Like Esther, who walked into a king's court uninvited, you'll walk into rooms of influence, led by His favor. Your millions are waiting behind those doors. This journey will test your heart. Wealth can tempt pride or greed, but God's shaping you to carry it with humility. Like David, who refused to touch God's anointed, you'll steward your millions with integrity, knowing they're His, not yours. Your family might see your dreams as reckless. They've lived in survival mode too long. but keep shining. Like Joseph, who interpreted dreams in a prison, your faith in God's promise will lead to a palace. Your millions will show them what's possible. The enemy will try to make you chase shortcuts, get-rich-quick schemes, shady deals. They'll tempt you. But God's wealth is steady, built on truth. Like Abraham, who refused the king's riches for God's promise, stay true to his path, and your millions will come. Your wealth will inspire awe. People will see your rise and wonder, how? You'll point to God, the one who turns nobodies into somebodies. Your millions will be a billboard, shouting his faithfulness to a doubting world. Sometimes the weight feels heavy. You want the millions now, but God's timing is crafting something perfect. Like Moses, who wandered 40 years before leading, your waiting is preparing you to carry wealth without stumbling. Your family's story is being rewritten. The pain of not enough stops with you. Picture your siblings starting businesses, your cousins chasing dreams, all because your millions showed them they could. You're not just rich, you're revolutionary. The enemy will try to make you feel unworthy. You don't deserve this, he'll hiss. But God's grace doesn't depend on your resume. Like Zacchaeus, called down from the tree, you're chosen for abundance, not because of your past, but because of his love. Your wealth will be a river, flowing to dry places. Imagine funding clean water for a village, or scholarships for kids who'd never dream of college. Your millions are God's hands, reaching where his heart is. You're chosen to carry his compassion. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to release the fear. Fear of failing, of losing, of standing out. Let it go. Like Gideon, who led with a small army, trust God's strength to lead you to your millions. This journey is about alignment. Every choice, every prayer, every step brings you closer to God's plan. Like the wise builder in Matthew 7:24, who built on rock, your faith is the foundation for your millions. Keep building, chosen one. Your family might doubt your vision. They've seen too many broken promises. But your faith will prove them wrong. Like Rahab, who trusted God's plan, your millions will save not just you, but those you love. Keep believing. The enemy will try to make you feel stuck. Nothing's changing, he'll say, but God's moving behind the scenes. Like Daniel, who saw no answer until the 21st day, trust that your millions are already on their way. Your wealth will be a magnet. It'll draw opportunities, connections, ideas. Picture yourself meeting innovators, partnering with visionaries, building something eternal. Your millions aren't just money, they're momentum for God's purpose. The world might try to make you small. Know your place, it'll say, but God's called you to soar. Like an eagle in Isaiah 40:31, you'll rise above limits, your millions lifting you to heights only he could design. This journey will teach you trust, not just in God, but in his process. Wealth comes with lessons, patience, wisdom, generosity. Like Job, who endured loss to gain double, you'll learn to carry your millions with grace. Your family's future is in your hands. Your faith today will shape their tomorrow. Imagine your children thriving, free from the struggles you knew. Your millions will be their freedom, their proof that God's faithful. The enemy will try to make you doubt the promise. It's too big, he'll whisper. But God's promises are bigger. Like Sarah, who bore a child in old age. You'll hold your millions because he said so. Trust his word. Your wealth will spark change. Picture a community transformed by your giving, jobs created, families fed, dreams funded. Your millions are a tool to shift the world, to show God's love in action. You're chosen for this impact. God's favor is your guide. When the path feels foggy, when choices overwhelm, lean on Him. Like Moses, led by a cloud, you'll find your way to millions by following His voice. Trust Him to show the next step. This journey is about becoming. You're not just gaining wealth, you're growing into a leader, a giver, a light. Like Paul, transformed on the Damascus road, your millions will reveal a new you, shaped by God's hand. Your family might not see it yet. They're caught in old cycles. But your rise will break those chains. Like Ruth, who found favor in a foreign land, your millions will bring hope to those you love most. The enemy will try to make you settle. This is good enough, he'll say. But God's calling you to more. Don't stop at comfort. Like Abraham, who left home for a promise, keep chasing the millions He's set before you. Your wealth will be a testimony. People will see your life and know God's real. Your millions will shout His faithfulness louder than any sermon. Like Lazarus, raised from the dead, your rise will point to His power. The world might try to define your limits, but God's plans are boundless. Your millions aren't confined by your background or your city. Like Joseph, who ruled in a foreign land, you'll rise where others least expect. This journey will demand sacrifice, not loss, but surrender. Surrender of fear, pride, control. Like Hannah, who gave her son to God, release your doubts and watch Him multiply your millions beyond your dreams. Your family's story of struggle is fading. You're writing a new one, filled with hope. Picture your parents smiling, free from worry, because your millions changed their lives. You're not just rich, you're a redeemer. The enemy will try to make you rush God's plan. Do it now. He'll push, but God's timing is perfect. Like David, who waited years to be king, trust that your millions will come when you're ready to carry them. Your wealth will be a bridge to purpose. Imagine funding missions, building schools, empowering dreamers. Your millions are God's way of using you to touch the world. Step into that calling with boldness, chosen one. God's breaking the old limits, but you have to walk forward. Take action, pray, plan, move. Like Nehemiah, who rebuilt walls with a sword in one hand, work with faith, and your millions will rise from the rubble. The journey to millions is a refining fire. It'll burn away doubt, fear, and small thinking. You're not just gaining wealth, you're gaining a heart aligned with God's vision. Like gold tested in fire, you'll shine brighter with every trial. Your family's legacy will shift because of you. Imagine your name spoken with gratitude, the one who changed everything. Your millions will be their foundation, their proof that God's promises endure. Walk boldly, chosen one.